Hey, I'm gonna send you. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm leaving. Bye.
Alright guys, welcome back to the MX versus ATV 125 Dream Race hosted by MXvsATV, presented by Vital MX. We are about to get Heat 1 of the B class underway, and although it looks like there are a lot of no-shows, we're just going to run Heat 1, let these guys get some practice in, and move forward. So we got Dum Dum Dilly, who's your fastest overall qualifier. Quizzy, who was your 7th fastest qualifier and actually got bumped up from the C class. So super solid rider right off the bat. C to B. Good for him. We got Cult. MPV, who is part of the Canadian Blue Crew. Let's see. We got Dr. Knockboots, number 13. He's your 13th fastest qualifier. But yeah, we're going to get these guys going. Let them get some practice in, stay on the schedule, and then we'll move forward with Heat 2. This is going to be, just like the C class, a 6-lap heat. Top 5 riders advance. So, well, I guess there's only 5 riders, so I think all these guys are going to move forward. Yeah, get some practice in, and just move on to the motos, main motos. Get through this cinematic, and we'll drop the gate here at Heat 1 of the B class. Looks like we're going to be spectating Cult off the start. Oh. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. I thought there should be 5. Oh yeah, Dilly. Got Dilly. So it looks like these guys are just going to get 6 practice laps. You know, get a little work in before Moto 1. But since there are a bunch of no-shows here in Heat 1, all these guys are going to be going straight through to the main motos. So this is just for bragging rights a little bit. Dum Dum Dilly making quick pass. He is your number 1 fastest qualifier. All these riders should have the yellow plates on to signify that they are in the B class. But Dum Dum Dilly made a little bit of a mistake, allowing MPV and, who is that, Quizzy, to pass him. So, MPV 2001 in 3rd, Dum Dum Dilly right in front of him, and Quizzy out front. Here in this practice Heat 1, practice/Heat 1. Quizzy, I believe, is a newer rider to the game. Dum Dum Dilly's been around for a little bit, making some strides, gotten quite a bit faster over the course of the last 2 weeks, stepped it up, got that number 1 qualifying time. Definitely look out for him to be your fastest rider in this B class, similar to Cloaked Ratchet, possibly a 1-1. Looks like Quizzy on EU is running this number 698, so we're going to have to message him and try to get him to change his number to number 7. So we'll notify him about that, tell him he's got to change it. Dr. Knockboots has been around for a while. Good to see him doing the tourneys, ripping up this B class, looking good on the number 13. Dum Dum Dilly, like I said, been around for a little bit. Definitely stepped it up, got that number 1 fastest qualifier. MPV 2001, he's your 9th fastest qualifier here in the B class. Another rider, part of the Canadian Blue Crew. Just one of 5 riders, I believe. One of the 5 riders in the Canadian Blue Crew, so you can definitely look out for those guys. Easy to spot with that bright blue gear. Noss House was another one of the members who did the C class, so he just got off the track. MPV is now here in Heat 1, and then Two more riders of the Canadian Blue Crew, Flea Squad and Levi Hughes, will be in Heat 2, duking it out, and MPV is going to go down. So look out for these guys. They take up 3 out of the 12 riders. Well, if they all get into the main motos, there'll be 3 out of the 12 riders there. So keep an eye for them. A couple of solid guys. Colt in 4th. Quizzy still out front. About a 2.3 second gap over Dilly. Overall looking pretty solid. We're going to try and notify him real quick to change that number to number 7. So Dr. Knockboot still in 5th. All these riders are going to go straight into the main motos. You know, a ton of people missed. They didn't show up to this Heat 1. Not exactly sure why, obviously, but when the LCQ comes around, we're going to be sure to try and invite all those guys that missed and try and get as many people as we can in. But for now, here in Heat 1, all 5 of these riders getting some practice in, going to go straight into the main motos. You know, you can't obviously punish these guys or, you know, if other guys didn't show up. So, going to have a little bit less stressful of a day maybe than they intended. Right now we got the number 13 of Knockboots in 5th. Looks like Dilly made the pass on Quizzy. Now in 1st here in Heat 1. Quizzy fell off the pace a little bit, 4 seconds back on Dum Dum Dilly. MPV right behind, a couple seconds behind actually, behind Quizzy. Colt. I believe this is Colt's first tournament with us. He is the number 17. Good to have him out here competing, having some fun. So thank you to him for signing up, participating, and getting out here and ripping it up with some of the fastest B guys in the game on the PS4 side. So look out for him, see how he does in the main motos. Quizzy in 2nd. A bumpy from C class to B class. Obviously a pretty fast rider. Haven't seen him around too much, so like I said, I believe he's a pretty new rider to the game. But you know, running 2nd here in Heat 1 and looking pretty solid overall. So we'll see what he can do in the main motos, maybe with the start. Possibly steal a Moto 1 win. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But you know, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Dr. Knockboots still holding down 5th place. Flying over that launch pad. Dum Dum Dilly. Just nice and smooth, looking good out front. Wheeling in, doubling through those rollers. Smooth sailing for Dilly out here in Heat 1. MPV in 3rd. Looks like most of these guys are pretty spread out here in Heat 1. Actually, I think that was Quizzy, maybe right in front of him. Not too far ahead. So, nice whip by MPV. Nice little floater. MPV was a rider who first started playing the game couple months prior to the Loretta Lynn's online championship. Him and a couple of his Canadian buddies signed up for the B class, I believe. Had a pretty solid ride. Him, Morgan Hughes 107 and Levi Hughes all made the main motos in the B class at the Loretta Lynn's online championship. So obviously good to see these guys back. We're ripping it up here at the 125 Dream Race. MPV out here in Heat 1. Flea Squad, who is a newer player as of recently. Also part of that Canadian Blue Crew, and Levi Hughes will be in Heat 2. So look out for these guys. Strength in numbers is the name of the game, so looking pretty solid. MPV 2001, number 9. Quizzy still in second. Got a little bit of a gap over MPV, and quite a bit behind Dilly. Dilly's having a solid ride here, so it's all about getting some practice in. Getting your flow. Track gets super rough, super quick. And it's obviously less stressful for these guys. Like, they don't have to worry about qualifying here in Heat 1, obviously, because a bunch of guys no-showed. So just go out there, rip it up, have some fun, get on the stream, and move forward to the main motos and tear it up from there. After this, we're going to go right into Heat 2, so it should be the last lap. Quizzy having some troubles going off the track a little bit, but Dr. Knockboots floating that uphill triple. Good to see him out here ripping it up in the tourneys. Thank you to him for signing up and competing with all these boys. Hope he has a fun day. We'll continue to take a look at him on the stream. Talk to him a little bit. Dilly out front. Throwing it over the leap. Dum Dum Dilly. Fastest qualifier and Heat 1 winner. So it's going to be Dum Dum Dilly in first, followed by Quizzy on EU in second. MPV 2001 is going to take third place here in Heat 1. A little practice. Fourth place is Cult, followed by Dr. Knockboots in fifth. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back for Heat 2 here in the B class. Should be a little bit more exciting than this one, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned. right. Welcome back. Heat 2, MX versus ATV, 125 Dream Race, hosted by MXO Sports, presented by Vital MX. Heat 2 of the B class about to get underway. Obviously, you can see we got a couple more guys in the last heat, so I promise you this. It will be a little bit more exciting this time around. We got 9 guys, I believe. 3, 6, 9. 5 guys. 5 of these riders are going to make it straight into the main motos. And the other 4 are going to have to go into the LCQ. So, 6-lap heat. 5 advanced. We got Levi Hughes, like I was talking about, that Canadian Blue Crew. He is another member, brother to Morgan Hughes. Levi is the number 4, 4th fastest qualifier. Jay, bolder than ever, number 8. Talley's fan. He is the number 6, 6th fastest qualifier. Competed in the Loretta Lynn's online championship in the B class. Fell short of making the main motos. Looking for a little bit of redemption here at the 125 Dream Race. So look out for him to make a push for a top 5 podium, maybe a moto win. We'll see. Throwing it nice for the camera. It's almost like he knows that he was on the stream. Maybe he's watching it too while he's riding. So moving on, we got about 12 seconds. Smitty. He is your 2nd fastest qualifier. W Squared, another rider making his return from the Loretta Lynn's online championship. Funny story about W Squared at the Loretta Lynn's online championship. I believe he was 25th or 26th fastest qualifier. We only take 24. So he ended up making it in as an alternate, made it in through the heats into the main motos, and being the 25th or 26th fastest guy in the C class, ended up getting 2nd overall. So he had a solid ride, solid day for W Squared. Hoping to repeat, the same thing. Stay in that top 3, top 5, maybe get a moto win. Seems to be somebody who can excel when practicing a ton. So we'll see how he does here in Heat 2 of the B class. Look at all those yellow plates. Woo woo! Oh baby. We're getting over to Talley's off the start, number 6. Levi to his right and Flea Squad to his left, getting swarmed by the Canadian Blue Crew. Oh, Flea Squad's going to hit the pole. Talley's in 5th. Just in front of him is Rev Toff. Behind him is T-Raw. Make our way to the front. W Squared in 8th. Flea Squad in 9th. Rough start for him. Sully Woolley in 7th. Sully's, 10th fastest qualifier. Sully Woolley, if you don't know him, he is an OG of MXvsATV All Out. Long-time player. Been around for a long time. Good to see him back residing out of South Africa. So pretty crazy to see him out here competing with everybody. Super awesome. Sully Woolley, the number 10. Thank you to him for signing up and getting out here and competing with these guys. OG of MXvsATV All Out. So we got Levi and Talley's battling it out for 3rd place. Just in front of them is, trying to get to the front of the pack, is Jay Boulder and Smitty. Back and forth, switching sides. The number 2 and the number 8 battling it out on lap 1 here in B Class Heat 2. Big battles going on between these guys. Jay Boulder sailing over the lead. Rev Toff, 7th. Behind him is Flea Squad, having a rough go here in Heat 2. Still got a couple laps, obviously, only on lap 2, I guess, as of now. So, he's got time to catch up and try and get into a transfer spot, but we'll have to see what he can do. Talley's in 4th. Inside of that top 5. Looking good in the transfer spot. Holding it down. W Squared back in 9th. Rough go for him so far here in Heat 2. Sully Woolley 6th. 1 spot outside of a transfer position. Obviously plenty of laps to go. So we'll see if he can stay focused and push forward and make his way inside that top 5. Number 10 of Sully Woolley. Levi in third. Canadian Blue Crew member looking solid. Lap 2, B-Class, Heat 2. He is the number 4 aboard that KTM. Looking good. Flea Squad in 6th already. Flea Squad pushing hard. Does not want to go to that LCQ. He has... Who is that in front of him? Big mistake by Flea. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Looks like another rider is right behind him. Who is in 5th place? Sully in 7th. 4th place, Tail Ace Fan. Rev in 8th. Jay Boulder holding down that 1st place spot here in Heat 2. About to go on to lap 3. We're going to try and make our way back to Flea Squad and see if he can make the pass for 5th. Tail Ace in 4th. W Squared in 9th. Sully 7th. Levi 3rd. Flea already made his way into the top 5. Big crash on the hole shot, hitting that pole to his left right there. But making quick work of some of these guys and, you know, making his way back into the top 5 for a transfer spot. So far, good riding by Flea Squad. Another member of that Canadian Blue Crew looking solid. Maybe going to push forward even more and, you know, get a better position. I think that's Tail Ace Fan right in front of him, so we'll see if Flea can make his way into 4th. But right now, it's a battle between Levi and Smitty for that 2nd place spot. And it looks like Levi has made the pass. And it looks like he's about to make the pass on 1st. And he does. Jay Boulder goes down, and that allows Levi to get in front. Levi on rails right now. 4th fastest qualifier, looking to take the Heat 2 win. Flying up the Mons Wall, through the ruts, the braking bumps. Looks like he's already formed a slight gap over Smitty and Jay Boulder. So far so good by him. Sully in 6th. Should have Flea Squad in front of him. Gonna be tough to try and get forward and make a pass on him. Very possible though. Very, very possible. Still plenty of time left. Plenty of time for riders in front of him to make a mistake. Tire tapping through the rollers. Sully Wooly. Looking solid. Levi holding it down out front still. About to make their way onto lap 4. This is a 6-lap heat. So still got 3 laps to go. Looks like 2nd and 3rd place came through the finish line at the exact same time. The number 2 of Smitty and the number 6 of Jay Boulder, or number 6 of Tail Ace. Tail Ace has made his way past Jay Boulder. So we're gonna move back and take a look at this battle going on between Tail Ace and Smitty. Oh, it looks like Tail Ace not only passed Jay. Tail Ace throwing up the no-hander. Oh goodness, Smitty. Not only did Tail Ace pass Jay Boulder, but he also passed Smitty to make his way into 2nd. Looks like the top 5 all within about 5 seconds of each other, so good racing going on between these guys. I can't believe Tail Ace is throwing up no-handers mid-heat race. He's feeling confident, feeling good, looking good. Flea Squad trying to make the pass on Smitty. You know, Flea Squad, he might be... Just because Flea Squad's the 12th fastest qualifier doesn't mean he can't challenge for possibly a top 3 in the main motos or maybe a moto win. You know, we've seen him a ton in you know, public lobbies throughout the last 2 weeks, and he's definitely been looking super solid. So look out for Flea Squad to possibly take a moto win, be up inside that top 5. Who knows? But Jay Boulder did make a big mistake, crashed out in the back in the rollers. Gonna lose another position. So Jay Boulder 4th, Smitty in 5th. Smitty getting that momentum though, going up the leap, almost passing Jay Boulder, but casing it instead. As they come through the finish, it's the number 4 of Levi Hughes, followed by the number 6 of Tail Ace. 3rd place here in Heat 2 is Flea Squad, followed by the number 8 of Jay Boulder, and in the 5th and final transfer spot is the number 2 of Smitty. But all these riders, you know, all right around each other. So good, like I said, good racing going on. Where is 6th place? 7th is Rev. Or no, 7th is T-Raw, followed by Rev in 8th. Battle going on between those two guys. 6th place, Sully Wooly. How far behind is he from 5th? Looks like the group of guys in front of him have a pretty solid gap over him, so you know, unless he pushes forward or a mistake happens by the guys in front of him, it's going to be tough to make that pass for a transfer spot. You know, overall solid ride by Sully thus far. Big mistake though. No worries. As they run now, Sully's going to have to go to the LCQ. But, you know, he's only one spot outside of the transfer spot, so going into the LCQ, he's obviously going to have a super good chance at making it in, since nobody from Heat 1 showed up. However, all the guys that didn't show up in Heat 1, we're going to invite to the LCQ to try and get them in. Maybe they ran late, maybe they couldn't join. But yeah, Sully Woolley going to be looking good in that LCQ if he stays in this position. So overall consistent ride for him. Levi moving on to lap 6, I believe. About a 1.6 second gap over Talley's fan. 2 seconds over the number 8 of Jay Boulder. Flea Squad in 4th, 2.6 seconds back. So top 4 all within 2.6 seconds or less. Close racing between these guys, looking super good. Flea Squad and Jay Boulder having a nice little battle here in this Heat 2 of the B class. Ooh, Flea Squad getting bounced out pretty hard there. But you know what? Flea Squad with the that rough go right off the whole shot, put his head down, threw down some pretty consistent laps to get back inside that top 5. So, you know, solid ride by him, nothing to be ashamed of. Going to get into those main motos, hopefully get a better start, and we'll see if he can, you know, what he can do in those main motos. Definitely a rider to look out for, despite that 12th qualifying position. Levi's still out front, but Jay Boulder hot on his trail, including Talley's fan. These 3 riders duking it out, wanting to, you know, have a little bit of bragging rights going into these main motos, taking that Heat 2 win. 3 riders. Jay Boulder also throwing some smooth stuff over the lead, a little knack-knack. Jay Boulder throwing another knack-knack. Not sure who got that exactly. 3 guys coming through the finish line almost at the same time. We're going to have to wait until the leaderboards show up to get those final positions here in Heat 2. But you can expect, obviously, Flea Squad, Smitty, Levi, Talley's, and Jay Boulder to all go on to the main motos. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of the top 5 here in about 4 seconds. So, all right, let's see who got it. Looks like Jay Boulder, by 1/10 of a second over Talley's, is going to take the Heat 2 win. Talley's fan, about another 1/10 of a second over Levi, is going to take second. And Levi, 2/10 of a second behind first, is in third. Flea Squad, 1.2 seconds behind. Solid ride for him, coming from the back of the pack in 4th. And Smitty is going to be in 5th. The other riders are going to have to go to the LCQ. We're going to take a quick break, about 5 minutes or less, and we'll be back for the LCQ. So stay tuned, and yeah, we'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back to the 125 Dream Race. B-Class LCQ about to get underway. 4-lap LCQ, only 4 laps. Quick sprint race for these guys. 4 guys in the LCQ, only 2 of them are going to move on. Sully Woolley, I believe, he got 6th in Heat 2. So definitely going to be looking like the favorite here in the LCQ. Going to be interesting to see how Rev, Toth, T-Raw, and W Squared possibly battle it out for that 2nd place spot. So we're just a little over a minute away from getting this LCQ underway. Right now we're spectating our wonderful host, wonderful admin, Tin Man 92. Throwing it over the triple. But, take a look. The number 10 of Sully Woolley. Most likely going to be the guy to beat here in the LCQ if he gets a good start. So, yes sir. Yes sir, yes sir. Rev Toth. Rev is number 18. W Squared, number 22. No, not number 22. Number 20. Should be number 20. Right now he's number 22. T-Raw chilling on the gate. Number 14 trying to calm the nerves, get it together. He's trying to stay mellow, not overwork himself for this LCQ. 8 seconds to go here in this 2-minute countdown. We are ready to go. Ready. All right. Get this cinematic going. Get that 30-second board up. And we're going to roll. We're going to rock and roll, everybody. Justin plays. Look out for him on Xbox tomorrow. Said he's got his root beer float ready to watch this B-Class LCQ go down. Shout out to him for tuning in and watching. Appreciate it. So yeah, cinematic is about to end. 30-second board's going to go up and go sideways, and the gate will go down. So, you know, T-Raw, Rev Toth, W Squared, and Sully Wooly ready to duke it out for the 2 transfer spots here in this 4-lap LCQ. 30-second board is up. Card Grill's going to throw it, put it sideways, and yeah. W Walker on the outside. We're going to spectate him off the start. Got to get over when you're on that outside gate. Oh! Interesting tactic by W Squared trying to tuck under everybody, but obviously did not pay off. Definitely hurt him more than anything. Now in 4th place. We'll see if he can charge forward and try and get into a top 2 position. But it looks like Sully Wooly is right in front of him. 6th place in Heat 2. Now outside of a transfer spot. So, right now we got Rev Toth and T-Raw in the top 2 transfer spots. Looks like that sitting on the gate, calming the nerves, getting ready for this LCQ really paid off for T-Raw. Pulled a solid hole shot, and now sitting in 1st place, looking to get into those main motos, but makes a big mistake. Oh, T-Raw. Still in that transfer spot, though. Rev Toth now leading the way here in this LCQ. Lap 1 out of 4 laps. Through the Monza wall. See if he throws it over the launch pad. A little scrub. Not too bad. Rev Toth over the launch pad. T-Raw still in 2nd. Where is Sully Wooly and W Squared? W Squared just entering the rollers. Sully Wooly just in front of him. So, the 2 guys that finished better in Heat 2 now sitting outside of a transfer spot here in the LCQ. Rough go so far here on lap 1. Still 3 laps to go, so we'll see how it plays out. 1.4 seconds behind the number 18 of Rev Toth is the number 14 of T-Raw, followed by Sully Wooly and then W Squared. All within about 5 seconds of each other, 3 laps to go, plenty of time to make something happen. And it looks like Sully Wooly is already starting to catch the number 18, I believe. Nope, number 14 of T-Raw. So, all Rev Toth's got to do out front right now is just stay smooth, you know. He's got a little bit of leeway. Got 1 more position behind him that he could lose if he really has to. Obviously, he doesn't want to. T-Raw just going to come up short. But, you know, like I was saying, Rev Toth just got to stay smooth, stay consistent. He's well on his way to making the main motos here in this stacked B-Class race. Yeah. Rev out front over the launch pad, throwing a knack already. Still 2.5 laps to go or so. Rev Toth already throwing knacks, feeling confident, feeling good. Yeah, Rev Toth feeling himself out there, looking good. See if he can keep it up. Sully Wooly in 3rd. Still in striking position of these 2 guys in front of him, so keep pushing forward, Sully. Still got 2 laps to go. Plenty of time to make something happen. He is just about 1.3 seconds behind the number 14 of T-Raw. He's actually exactly 1.3 seconds. So, looking to make a pass on T-Raw. Coming up quick, the number 10 is Sully Wooly. Coming together, T-Raw's going to bounce off that little barrier, and that's going to allow Sully to make the pass, but big mistake by Sully, allowing T-Raw to go right back around him. Nearly side by side going over that triple. Big battles going on between these 2 riders. for that final transfer spot. Meanwhile, Reptoth still has a pretty commanding lead here in this LCQ. Like I said, just gotta stay consistent. He's gonna be looking good, but Sully Wooly trying to make a pass stick on T-Raw. Can he do it with about a lap and a half to go? Sully stuck in the banners. That may have just cost him this LCQ transfer spot. Stuck in the banners. That's going to allow T-Raw to move forward just a little bit more. Sully's still making a couple mistakes, bouncing out of ruts. Still a lap to go. Anything can happen. Looks like Rev and T-Raw are now battling for that first place spot. So, Rev must have been making a couple mistakes. T-Raw now makes the pass on Rev, going through that finish line. Nearly 0.3 of a second separating the two. And Sully Wooly about 4.7 seconds behind. W Squared having a rough moto here in the LCQ, so not sure what's going on with him. He might have left. Nope, still there. 14 seconds back, having a rough go, so yeah, we're going to move up front. Sully Wooly still in third. Got to put the charge on if he wants that final transfer spot. Looks like Rev. Ooh, big mistakes going on from Rev. Nerves might be kicking in here on this last lap, making a couple mistakes. It really shows, you know, for sure. You start making a couple mistakes, your hands get a little crazy. You get nervous, start making even more mistakes. He's going to hop back on that inside the T-Raw, take over that first place spot. Where's Sully Wooly flying down that straightaway, ripping around that outside. Oh, he has both of these riders just in front of him with only about a half a lap to go. Can he make the pass on one of these guys to get into that final transfer spot? Gotta stay smooth and hope for a mistake by that second place rider if he wants to take it. Oh, flat landing off the launch pad. Sully Wooly, go Sully! Sully's gonna take that position. Big mistake by T-Raw, allowing Sully to get by on the final lap. Sully Wooly now in the final transfer spot, just has to stay consistent these next few corners. And he is going to steal a transfer spot away from T-Raw here in this LCQ. Rev Toth, big mistake. Sully on the last lap trying to take the LCQ win. Can he do it? I don't know. Sully Wooly and Rev. 1 and 2. Not sure who took it. I think Rev did. Sully Wooly battling back on that final lap, taking that final transfer spot. Rev Toth, tough. Not Rev Toth. T-Raw. Rough last lap for him. Had it in the bag nearly. Coughed it up to Sully Wooly. Thank you to T-Raw and W Squared for signing up and competing with us. But it is going to be Rev Toth and Sully Wooly taking the 2 transfer spots and going to the main motos here in the B class. And it looks like Sully Wooly is going to take the LCQ win after being down and out on the last lap. Sully Wooly is going to take the LCQ win by 3/100ths of a second over Rev Toth. Either way, both of those riders going forward. Great job to both of them and great job to T-Raw. We'll be right back for Moto 1 of the B class. Stay tuned.
All right. Let's get after it. Moto 1, 125 Dream Race, B class. Time to get after it. Stacked lobby. Right now we got 3 of the Canadian Blue Crew members, Levi Hughes, MPV 2001, and Fleet Squad, showing off, looking good in that blue gear aboard the KTMs. But they're all stoked to get after it together here in the B-class main motos. Dum Dum Dilly right in front of him aboard that number 1. Look out for him to possibly take some moto wins, maybe the overall. Sitting aboard that number 1, but we're going to look at some other guys. We got Jay Boulder. I believe that Jay Boulder took the win in Heat 2. So definitely going to be a solid rider here in the B class. Look out for him. Observer, admin, and host. Shout out to him. Dum Dum Dilly. Smitty, another solid rider in Heat 2. Second fastest qualifier. Look for him to make a solid run for some moto wins. Quizzy, another solid guy coming up from the C class, getting bumped. Definitely looking good though. He's in here for a reason, definitely a fast guy, so look to see him inside that top 5 hopefully. Levi Rev Toth, solid ride in the LCQ, and making his way into these main motos. Congratulations to him. Tail Ace fan having a solid ride. I think he took 2nd in his heat. Solid rider for sure. Flea Squad coming from the back of the pack in Heat 1. Having a solid ride to get into Heat 2 actually, get a transfer spot and make it in. And Sully Wooly down and out in the LCQ. Outside of the top 2 transfer spots. Last lap, makes a pass on T-Raw and makes the last second pass on Rev Toth to take that LCQ win. Super exciting. You'll be able to go back and watch everything on these streams. Again, you know, once they're all done, C class you can watch again. B class will be viewable once both of the motos are done. And then after B class, we're going to move on to the A class. So, getting through this cinematic, getting these guys on the gate. This B class is stacked. So many riders out of this field that could take a win. Dum Dum Dilly, Levi Hughes, Tail Ace Fan, possibly Flea Squad, Jay Boulder. Look out for them. Smitty, Quizzy. Gonna be good. 30-second board is down. We're gonna spectate Jay Boulder off the start. And bad, horrible jump by Jay Boulder. Something, didn't set his whole shot device or something, but looks like Dilly, number 1. Solid start. MPV, solid start. Tail Ace out front, leading the way. MPV is going to push Tail Ace out a little bit and take over the first place spot going down the starting the ski jump. Try and get to drone cam. Dum Dum Dilly, fastest qualifier out front right off the bat. 10 lap motos for B class. MPV trying to fire back, going inside. Can he take it away? Nearly takes it back from Dum Dum Dilly, but Dilly out front, holding it down, looking good. Observer, Jay Boulder in 10th. Heat 2 winner, struggling towards the back of the pack. And MPV
MPV must have had a huge crash because now he is back in 9th place. Quizzy, tough for Quizzy, back in last. Jay Boulder and Rev duking it out here on lap 1. Cult and Flea Squad also battling it up. Tales in 4th, Sully in 5th. LCQ winner, having a solid ride so far inside the top 5. Levi Hughes in 3rd. Just in front of him is Dilly, and I want to say that's Smitty in 2nd. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to get confirmation on that shortly. MPV in 8th. Flea Squad 5th, making his way towards the front. So, as they come through the finish line right now, we got the first, number 1 in 1st. That's Dum Dum Dilly. Number 2 in 2nd, Smitty. Number 4 of Levi Hughes in 3rd, followed by the number 6 of Tales Fan, and the number 12 of Flea Squad inside the top 5. Flea Squad and Tales battling it out. Looking pretty solid, both those guys here on lap 2. 10 lap motos. Plenty of time to make stuff happen, plenty of time for other people to crash, plenty of time to make pull some gaps on some people. So, looks like Tales had a pretty big mistake. 2 of the Canadian Blue Crew guys going 3 and 4 right now. Definitely, like I said, some of the guys to look out for here in this B class. Both solid riders. Smitty in 2nd, but where is Dilly? Pulling away, trying to sprint here in these opening laps and open up a gap over the rest of this field. Making it work so far. So good. Dum Dum Dilly number 1. Bouncing outside a little bit. Little mistake. No sweat. Looking good. Take a look back a little bit. Looks like Jay Boulder is in 6th. Still going pretty good. Quizzy was in last. Now trying to make passes and move towards the front. Trying to make his way around Dr. Knockboots. Dr. Knockboots repping those white tires. Not sure what's going on there. Looks pretty sick though. Quizzy, can he make the pass for the lead? Looks like he is going to. Dr. Knockboots gets thrown out a little bit. All these riders getting ready to move on to lap 3. So, as they come through again, it looks like Dum Dum Dilly's still out front, but Flea Squad has made his way into 2nd, 1.3 seconds back, followed by Smitty, the number 4 of Levi, and then 6th is Tales in Tales Fan, the number 6 is in 5th. Excuse me. It's like Dilly gonna get hung up on the banner. That's gonna allow Flea Squad to possibly come into the picture. There he is, Flea Squad trying to make the pass on Dum Dum Dilly, nearly side by side, going over the triple. Flea Squad. Dilly outside, Flea Squad inside. Who's gonna get it? Dilly bouncing out, and Flea Squad is gonna take over the first place position here on lap 3 of the B class Moto 1. Looking good. Flea Squad, slight mistake, but ripping out front. Smitty in 3rd, the number 2. Let's see, Smitty in 3rd. Flea out front. MPV in 7th, had a solid start. Was up inside the top 2. I believe he was leading for a couple of corners, and now sitting in 7th. So not maybe where he wants to be here in Moto 1, but nonetheless still having an okay ride. Plenty of laps to go for him to try and make a push forward and get a few more positions. Knockboots in 11th. Levi in 4th. Ahead of him is Smitty, Dilly, and then Flea Squad. But right behind Levi Hughes is Tales Fan. Tales is a solid rider, been practicing all week, putting in the time, trying to make it happen here in Moto 1 of the B class. Only about 5.5 seconds separating the top 5, 6 seconds separating the top 6, and after that it looks like some of the riders have fallen off a little bit. Oh, who just hit it? Looks like Smitty crashes into a barrier, gonna lose that 3rd place spot to Levi Hughes. So now we have Flea Squad out front still, I believe. We're gonna take a look. Carlton 10th, Rev in 12th, Quizzy 9th, Jay Boulder 6th, Dilly in 2nd still. So, big mistake by Dilly again. That might allow Levi to go by and Smitty. Woo! Big mistakes by Dilly. Not sure if the nerves are setting in or if just silly mistakes, but looks like we got Flea Squad out front, followed by another Canadian Blue Crew member, Levi Hughes in 2nd, Dilly in 3rd, Smitty 4th, Jay Boulder 5th. Big battles going on between these B-class guys. Where is Taylor's fan? He was in 5th place. Dilly, another mistake, losing more positions. Dilly continuing to fall back. Looks like Dilly's making another mistake. Nearly over the bars coming into that corner. You know, you start making mistakes and stress sets in. You know, mistakes start rattling off, so you gotta stay cool, calm, and collected if you wanna stay towards the front of this stacked B-class pack. As they come through, Flea Squad in 1st, followed by close friend and fellow Canadian Blue Crew member Levi Hughes in number 4. 8 is going to be Jay Boulder in 3rd, the number 2 of Smitty in 4th. Dum Dum Dilly falls back to 5th place, followed by Taylor's fan, the number 6 in 6th. So, we're going to Flea Squad out front, MPV in 6th. Looks like MPV also made the pass on Taylor's, I believe, or somebody else. Smitty has left the game. That's where he gained that position. Not sure if Smitty lagged out or left, but obviously we'll try and get him back in Moto 2 of this B class. Tough to see that for him. Was running super solid here in Moto 1, so you hate to see that. MPV in 6th, trying to get inside that top 5. Knockboots 9th. Levi in 2nd. Solid ride so far by these guys. Flea Squad, another mistake. Looks like he's continuing to scrub off the side of that jump a little bit. Going to cause him to lose a little bit of time, and here comes Levi Hughes through the Monza wall. Eyes set on a close friend, Flea Squad, trying to take this Moto 1 win. Looking pretty solid, though, all these guys. Sully Woolley in 8th, LCQ winner, holding it down. Taylor's in 4th. Solid ride by him so far. Taylor's, something with him and throwing these tricks is during the mid-race. Not sure what's going on there. Rev, Cult, battling it out for that 9th place spot. Quizzy in 7th. Was in last at one point, I believe, on the first lap. Now making his way towards the group of guys in the front of the field. Definitely a solid rider. With a better start, maybe you see him inside that top 5. We'll continue to check back with him as the race progresses and see if he moves forward anymore. It looks like he's got a rider pretty close in front of him. But moving forward, Jay Boulder has to double that triple. Jay Boulder in 2nd. What happened to Levi? Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Dilly in 6th, losing another position to MPV. Taylor is right in front of both of those guys. Flea Squad still holding it down out front. MPV in 6th, losing the position to Dilly, but still hanging in there. Couple guys right in front of him. Got to stay consistent if he wants to keep them on their toes. 10th place, Dr. Knockboots. Oh, looks like Levi made his way back in a second. Could have sworn that Jay Boulder was ahead of him. Flea Squad coming through in 1st. Your 8th fastest qualifier for this event, Jay Boulder, coming through in 2nd, followed by the number 4 of Levi Hughes in 3rd. Dum Dum Dilly made his way back into 4th, followed by the number 9 of MPV in 5th, Taylor's fan in 6th. You know, Taylor's was throwing those tricks. Looks like Quizzy just behind Sully crashed, so gonna lose more time there. But like I was saying, Taylor's was running in the 4th place spot and is throwing some tricks. I'm not sure if maybe he threw a trick and he crashed or what caused him to lose those positions, but you know, he was running pretty solid, so if he wants to stay towards the front of this pack, stay consistent, gotta limit throwing those tricks. Nice whip though by Taylor's fan in 6th place. Cult in 9th. Rev 11th, Quizzy 8th. 3rd place, Jay Boulder. So, Levi Hughes has gotten back around the number 8 of Jay Boulder. Levi second. Just in front of him is Flea Squad. Dum Dum Dilly in fourth. Your fastest qualifier. Possibly the rider that, you know, a lot of people expected to come out and win this thing. Has been having some troubles. Now sitting in fourth place here in Moto 1. And has MPV right on his tail. So if he's not careful, he could be in some trouble for losing another position. MPV scrubbing over that finish line. Dum Dum Dilly has to reset, and that's going to allow MPV to sweep around that outside. Maybe take over that fourth place spot, and he does. Dum Dum Dilly losing another position. Oh, but MPV, big mistake. Allowing Dilly to go back around. Where is Tailey's fan? Flea Squad out front still. Nice and smooth for him. 6.6 seconds ahead of second place. 9 seconds ahead of third. MPV, little mistake. Levi in second. Pretty close behind Levi is Jay Boulder, only about 3 seconds. So, if Levi makes a couple mistakes, crashes out a little bit, just like he is doing now, it's going to allow Jay Boulder to get back up and make the pass, which he does. Levi got to limit those mistakes if he wants to stay in that second place spot. Dr. Knockboots in 10th. MPV in 5th. Just behind Dum Dum Dilly. And just a little bit ahead of Tailey's fan. Where is Tailey's fan? Big battle going on for 4th between MPV and Dilly still. Another big battle going on between Levi and Jay Boulder for that second place spot. And Jay Boulder is going to wad his brains out. Crashing into that banner right before the leap. That's going to be even more costly. Casing the leap. Losing a little bit of time to Levi. So, Flea Squad coming through in first. Opening up about another 2 second gap. 2 second more of a gap over Levi Hughes. Followed by Jay Boulder, followed by the number 1 of Dum Dum Dilly in 4th, then the number 9 of MPV in 5th. 6th place is the number 6 of Tailey's fan. 7th is Quizzy. Quizzy continuing to make silly mistakes, crashing. Still in 7th, but could possibly be doing much better if he did not make some of these silly mistakes. Rev in 11th, having a nice ride. Carlton 9th. Tailey's 6th. How far behind is Tailey's from MPV? We'll have to see. Maybe we can get a view, not sure. Looks like he's only about a couple seconds behind MPV. So, you know, if MPV makes a couple mistakes, you can expect Tailey's to be right there to capitalize and make the pass for that top 5 spot. And it looks like MPV might have made a mistake allowing Tailey's to get even closer. So, we'll see how this plays out. Call. Rev. Quizzy in 7th. Jay Boulder still in 3rd. Still trying to get up to Levi Hughes. But Flea Squad coming through the finish line once again out front. Levi closing the gap just a little bit. Closing at about 1.5 seconds on Flea Squad. Still not enough to make a pass, obviously. Flea Squad just having too good of a moto out here in the B-Class Moto 1 of the 125 Dream Race. Yeah, have some pretty exciting battles going on so far in this moto. I believe they're moving on to their last lap, so try and get towards Flea Squad. Here, Dum Dum Dilly in 4th. Still has MPV challenging him for that position. MPV ripping that inside. Holy cow. Woo, baby! MPV flying through that inside. Making the pass on Dum Dum Dilly. Dilly trying to get that inside, and MPV is going to hold it down. MPV takes that 4th place position over Dilly. Wow, did MPV go flying around that inside corner. Wow. Flea Squad out front, the man of Moto 1. looking to take the Moto 1 win. 12th fastest qualifier, leading the way, throwing a nice whip for the fans. Looking good out there. Looking good. Flea Squad is out here feeling it. Flea Squad coming through the finish line. Throwing the taunt, throwing the number 1. He's pumped, taking that Moto 1 win here in the B class. And it looks like MPV has made a mistake, allowing Dilly to get back around, and now has Taylor's fan hot on his trail over the leap. Just a few corners to go. Can he hold on to it? No! He's going to throw it away on the last lap, giving Taylor's fan that 5th place position. MPV taking 6th. We'll get a full count of the leaderboards once the race ends. So, it looks like Flea Squad, your 12th fastest qualifier, is going to take the Moto 1 win. Pretty commanding lead and pretty consistent. So, Flea Squad number 1, Levi number 2, Jay Boulder in 3rd. Dilly, your fastest qualifier, taking 4th after a rough go here in Moto 1. Taylor's fan just edging out MPV for 5th. MPV taking 6th. Quizzy, after a couple of mistakes, is going to take 7th. Then Sully Wooly 8th, Knockboots 9th, Cult 10th, and Revtoth 11th. Smitty lagged out, so we're going to try and get him back in. We're going to take about a 5-minute intermission, and we will be right back for Moto 2 of this stacked B-Class 125 Dream Race lobby. Alright guys, we are back for Moto 2 of the B-Class 125 Dream Race, hosted by MXO Sports, presented by Vital MX. After Moto 1, it is Flea Squad sitting pretty good right now. Flea Squad taking the Moto 1 win, followed by Levi Hughes in second, Jay Boulder taking third, fourth place, Dum Dum Dilly. And in fifth was Tailways Fan, just edging out MPV in second to last corner or so on the last lap. So, exciting moto that just went down. We're back for the second and final moto of this B class. After this is over, we're going to roll right into Heat 1 of the A class. But right now, focus is here. So, Smitty, another guy that was running super solid but ended up lagging out. So, tough for him, but we'll see if he can go back out in this Moto 2 and get a little redemption. And then we'll see if anybody can challenge Flea Squad here in Moto 2. Came from kind of far back on Moto 1 and, made quick work of everybody and passed up to first. Dilly was out front, your fastest qualifier, but a bunch of big mistakes ended up costing him and getting fourth place. So we'll see if anybody can challenge Flea Squad. The riders are on the gate, and we're just a few short moments away from getting this Moto 2 underway. Moto 2 MX versus ATV 125 Dream Race. Let's get after it. Gate's about to drop, 30-second board is up. It's about to go sideways, and we are about to get rolling. Who is going to rip this whole shot? We got Smitty. We'll spectate him off the start. Let him rip. Looks like MPV, Flea Squad, and Levi all out front so far. Smitty getting swallowed up, gonna get bounced off the track. Tough luck for him on this whole shot. Knock Boots in 10th. Cult. Let's try and make our way towards the front and see who is up there. Looks like Tailways Fan and Dum Dum Dilly. Dilly up there where he wants to be. Gotta stay consistent if he wants to take a Moto 1 win. Already looks like he's getting plagued by some bad luck. But Flea Squad, your Moto 1 winner right away, making his way into that first place spot. He is not messing around. Flea Squad wants to go 1-1 on the day. He has set himself in a pretty good position to do so. Looks like Levi Hughes also out front in that third place spot, trying to get around Dum Dum Dilly here on lap 1. After a tough first moto for Dilly, getting fourth. Even if he does end up winning this Moto 2, it is going to be very tough for him to get an overall, unless something dramatic happens to Flea Squad and maybe Levi Hughes. But the way it looks now, it looks like Flea and Levi are both looking pretty solid. So maybe if Dilly can stay in second, maybe get the Moto 2 win, he can be looking at a second or third overall. But right now, the riders that he does not want up front are out front. So gotta hope for a little bit of luck there. Flea Squad opening up a 1.3 second gap over Dum Dum Dilly. Tailways in third, getting around Levi and somebody else. Levi making some big mistakes, stuck on the banner. That's going to be costly for Levi. Second place in Moto 1, sitting in 6th. Right now, not where he wants to be. MPV had a pretty solid ride in Moto 1, also towards the back of the pack, not where he wants to be either. Plenty of laps to go though. We'll see if he can make his way up front. All these riders now on lap 2 of this B-Class Moto 2. Keep an eye on him. Sully Wooly, not exactly sure where he ended up in Moto 1. Now sitting in 11th here in Moto 2. Levi trying to bounce back and get around Jay Boulder. Quizzy 9th. Flea Squad out front ripping. Clear track ahead. I mean, it gets so much easier. Like, it's insane how much easier it is to race when you get a good start and you're out front. You can just ride your own laps, stay consistent, throw fat whips like Flea Squad just did. It's so much easier when you just get a start and get out front. And we've noticed over the past 2 weeks, being in pub lobbies, racing with these guys that, you could be a super fast guy, you could be a top guy in the A class, but if you do not get a start against some of these guys, you're done. Like, it's half of the battle, honestly. So, Flea Squad definitely putting himself in a solid position out here in Moto 2 to take that overall victory here in the B class. Just got to stay consistent now on lap 3. 8 laps to go. So, looking solid out front. Take a look back. Quizzy in 10th, continuing to go backwards. Looks like MPV has gotten around him. Jay Boulder in 3rd. As he sits now, looking to go 3-3. Levi getting around Taylor's fan. So Levi now in 4th. Got his eyes set on the 3rd place rider, but Taylor's over the bars. OTB nearly taking out Levi with him. Tough luck for Taylor's fan. But Levi Hughes now sitting in 4th. Eyes set on Jay Boulder, trying to make his way back towards the front of the pack. He does not want to let these guys beat him in the overall. Got to stay consistent and put your head down and push forward. Levi in 4th over the launch pad. Dilly and Jay Boulder right in front of him, so plenty of time to catch up to these guys and get around them and take that 2nd overall back. But as they sit right now, it would be Flea Squad going 1-1 and taking that overall. It would be Dum Dum Dilly would end up 2nd overall if they finished like this, going 4-1. Levi would take... No, Jay Boulder would take 3rd with a 3-3, and Levi would take 4th with a 2-4. So, if Levi wants to maintain that 2nd overall, like I said, gotta stay consistent and keep pushing forward. 8th place, MPV, continuing to pick some people off. Had a rough start, like I said. Eyes set on 7th place, which would be the number 17 of Cult. So Cult out there having a pretty solid ride. We'll see. We'll get him some camera time. We'll try and find him. Jay Boulder in 3rd. Quizzy 10th. Sitting at a 7-10. Flea Squad 1. Rev 12th. Smitty 6th. Battling inside the top 3 or top 5 in Moto 1. Lagged out. Bike blown up. Now sitting in 6th. Overall, pretty solid ride so far for Smitty. But, let's see here. Let's see. Knock Boots in 9th, having a consistent ride so far today. Cult in 8th. Looks like MPV has made the pass on Cult. MPV continuing to try and pick some people off. Tough starts for MPV here in the B class. 2nd place, Dum Dum Dilly has reeled in Flea Squad. We have a battle for the lead forming up between your Moto 1 winner and your 4th place finisher in Moto 1, Dum Dum Dilly. Only about 9/10 of a second separating the two. Going on to this next lap. Dum Dum Dilly trying to find the momentum, tripling out, nearly going through those rollers. Flea Squad has his hands full right now. However, Flea Squad can still get second in this moto and maintain that first overall position if Dum Dum wins. But obviously going 1-1 is just a little bit sweeter, so does not want to hand it right over to Dilly. Gonna make it tough on him for sure. Looks like Flea Squad opening up a little bit of a gap here. Get a little bit of breathing room. Not sure what happened to Quizzy. Maybe frustration set in. Maybe he lagged out. Ooh, Dum Dum Dilly scrubbing too hard. Gonna lose a ton of time to Flea Squad after that mistake. Flea Squad opening up a big gap now. Coming through the finish last lap, only 9/10 of a second in front of Dilly. Looks like it's going to be about 3 to 4 seconds now this time around. We'll catch them as they come through, and then we'll go find some other riders to take a look at, see what other battles are going on. But so yeah, Flea Squad coming through in first. Dum Dum Dilly 4.7 seconds back, so lost about 3.2 seconds that lap around. Followed by the number 4, Levi Hughes. So the way that they're sitting now, Levi would go 2, 3. Oops, sorry, observer. Let's try and find Levi. We'll take a look at this overall. Jay Boulder in fourth, and Dilly. Oh, Dilly. I think Dilly just lagged out. That was going to be a DNF for Dilly. Bike blown up. Tough luck for Dum Dum Dilly. MPV in 8th. Trying to get back around Colt. Levi now in 2nd. So, as long as Levi can stay ahead of Jay Boulder, he will take over, or he will claim that 2nd overall. And Dum Dum Dilly lagging out just made it that much easier on Flea Squad and Levi. So, tough to see that for Dilly. Definitely one of the top riders coming into this race. So, if he lagged out, you definitely don't like to see that. But right now we got Flea Squad and Levi out front, 1 and 2. Looking pretty solid. Tales in 4th. Looking to go 5-4 here at the 125 Dream Race in the B class. Pretty consistent day so far for Tales, looking good. Where is... Okay, so Colt in 6th. Having a solid ride by Colt. I'm not exactly sure what position he got in Moto 1, but I think it was not as good as 6th. So, Colt out here having a solid Moto 2, looking good. Smitty in 5th. Out of 10. Flea Squad continuing to hold it down here at Redbud. Smooth and steady wins the race, not slow and steady. Smooth and steady. Going to that outside, maybe a little bit smoother, maybe a little less scary, a little less hard to get through. Trying to find that smooth line around this rough and rutted track. Jay Boulder still in 3rd. Any signs of Levi in front of him? It does not look like it. As they sit now, Flea Squad 1-1, Levi 2-2, Jay Boulder 3-3. 4th overall would go to Tales fan going 5-4. Oh, MPV, big crash. The battle continues for MPV and Colt. Tough luck for MPV as he crashes and loses more time to Colt. a few laps to go for these riders. I guess if, Flea Squad has a pretty solid lead right now. Here at this Red Bud track, so rough and rutted, anything could obviously happen, but by any chance, if Flea Squad did throw it away, made a bunch of mistakes, he could very well hand over this overall to a close friend of his, Levi Hughes, but obviously not looking to do that, trying to stay consistent. Levi also trying to stay consistent and keep Jay Boulder off his back. How far is Taylor's behind Jay Boulder? Doesn't look like he's in striking distance at all. So the top 4 pretty spread out right now. We'll take a look back at some of the other riders. Cult in 7th. Looks like MPV has finally made his way around Cult to get in the 6th place spot. So MPV as of now looking at a 6-6. Dr. Knockboots in 9th, having a pretty consistent day. Out there having some fun. Ripping it outside. Looking good. Got a rider in his sights, maybe make his way into 8th. But yeah, overall consistent, solid ride by Dr. Knockboots. Smitty, 5th place. DNF in Moto 1 from blowing up his bike. Coming back, getting a little bit of redemption, sitting in a top 5 spot. So, solid ride by him, proving that he can hang it out, run a solid race. So, shout out to Smitty for coming out, competing, and making it happen. So, cool to see. Rev in 10th. Let's take a look at Rev. Rev flatland in that launch pad. Flea Squad coming up through the rollers, getting ready to actually lap Rev. So Flea Squad out here on rails. Definitely put the work in the last 2 weeks. Been grinding. All these guys have been grinding, honestly. It's been pretty crazy to see all the lobbies. How much everybody's improved on this 125. It's not really a bike that people play with a lot. Levi! Levi is now in the picture. Woo! I was rambling on. I didn't realize how close Levi might have been. Levi is gonna try and take this overall from Flea Squad. We have an insane battle heating up between these two Canadian Blue Crew riders. Flea Squad out front, followed by close friend Levi Hughes. Can Levi make the pass and steal this overall from Flea Squad here in Moto 2? Let's try and take a look at second and get Levi's perspective on this. I apologize for flipping through these kind of quick. Taylor's in 4th and Levi here in 2nd. Looks like he must have crashed. Lost a little bit of time to Flea Squad. Both riders flying up the Mons wall. It looks like Levi is gaining time on Flea pretty quickly here. So, we'll have to take a look when they come around the finish. We have one more lap left. Ooh, Levi! Nearly throwing it away, going through those rollers and hitting the barriers. Luckily was able to save it. So, good for him right there. Try and take a look back. Dr. Knockboots in 9th, Smitty 5th, 10th is Rev. Flea coming through in 1st. And it is going to be Flea taking that overall in the B class, throwing up the taunt, nearly getting it stolen from his hands by a close friend Levi Hughes. But after all is said and done, Flea Squad 1-1, Levi 2-2, I believe Jay Boulder 3-3. 4th place will be Taylor's, I believe, with a 5-4. Tough luck for Dum Dum Dilly going 4 DNF after blown up bike here in Moto 2. We'll get a quick rundown Flea Squad 1-1, Levi 2-2, Jay Boulder 3-3 for third overall. Tail A's is going to go 5-4 for fourth overall. Fifth place in this moto is Smitty. He's going to go DNF 5. We'll have to see where he ends up. MVP is going to go 6-6. I think that'll give him fifth place overall. Seventh in this moto is Cult. Eighth is Dr. Knockboots. Ninth is Sully. 10th is Rev Toth. And great job to all these guys. Definitely an exciting race, start to finish. Thank you to all of them for signing up and participating. Hope to see a bunch of them back for the upcoming events we have planned. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back for the Premier A class here at the 125 Dream Race. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.